What's going on, everyone? My name is Avery Martin, and today I'm just going to be going over how I lost 30 pounds in just 2 months and the tips and tricks that I use to lose that kind of weight in that short of time. And basically the process that I took to lose that much weight in 2 months is called a crash diet. Now, some of you have probably heard of a crash diet. A crash diet is just putting your body in a very unnecessarily big calorie deficit. And I didn't even know what a crash diet was at the time I was doing the crash diet. I actually just found out what a crash diet was about a month ago, and I did the crash diet about 6 months ago. So I didn't even know what a crash diet was. Basically, how I stumbled upon it was I started doing my research on calories and how to lose body fat and how to lose weight. And I came to the conclusion that at the end of the day, it's just calories. It's calorie intake. You can eat all the salad you want, all the chicken and rice that you want that you think is going to make you magically big or magically super cut. You can eat all those foods all you want. If you are eating more calories than you are burning, you're going to gain weight. That's just how it is. That's how it works. So basically, as soon as I figured out, like, okay, get in a calorie deficit, I'm going to lose weight, I just ran with it. I ran with it. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to cut a super big amount of my calories out and I'll lose a bunch of body fat, which brings me to the pros and cons of the crash diet. Like I just said, one pro is you lose body fat very quickly, but a con comes right with that, like yin and yang. You lose a lot of muscle too, which I knew at the time and I was okay with. I was very aware that I was going to lose a bunch of muscle and I was okay with it. Now I'm going to throw up 2 pictures, and one of them is when I was 180 pounds at the beginning of the crash diet, and one is when I was 150 pounds at the end of 2 months. And you can tell in these pictures that I did lose both a lot of fat and a lot of muscle. And it showed in the gym as well too. I'm talking at 180 pounds, I was able to throw up 2 plates for maybe a set of 8. And at 150 pounds, I couldn't even put up 2 plates for like 1 rep. Like, I lost a lot of muscle, but I was okay with that. What made me choose the crash diet or to take this path in general was just because I got very tired of trying to lose body fat slowly and minimize muscle loss. I woke up every morning looking at a lot of body fat, and that was demotivating to me. And basically, once I was able to see the 6-pack and the more definition after the crash diet, that motivated me way more to improve my nutrition, improve, my food in general, my eating habits, to make me work harder at the gym. So I was willing to sacrifice my muscle because I knew once I lost all the body fat, I was going to be way more motivated in the gym than when I had all the body fat to do it the right way. Because technically, at the end of the day, people are going to hate on the crash diet. They are. I think so. They're saying it's an unhealthy way to do it and everything. Well, guess what else is unhealthy? The way I was living before the crash diet. So I did just another unhealthy diet that made me lose a bunch of weight because, believe it or not, guys, I was eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch and pizza rolls. Basically, that was my diet on the crash diet. I wasn't eating anything healthy. I just wasn't eating a lot of food. You can eat whatever you want. As long as you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. That's just how it works. So I was eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch and pizza rolls during that crash diet. And you're probably wondering, well, how did you do that? How did you manage to make pizza rolls and Cinnamon Toast Crunch last you all day on a crash diet, minimizing your calories so extreme? And what I did was fasting. Now, fasting is basically time restricted feeding. You have an eating window and you have a non-eating window, a window where you don't eat. An example of fasting is the 16-8 fast. 16 hours no eating, 8 hours eating. Basically, let's say you go to bed at 11 p.m., your eating window is 2 to 10 p.m. That's not bad either. That's not terrible. That's like you skip breakfast. You skip breakfast and that's it, which isn't hard. A lot of people skip breakfast as it is. Some of you might be fasting without even knowing it. Now me, I went on a little bit more of a extreme fast. I did a 19-5, which technically isn't like a method of fasting. Doesn't matter. I didn't eat for 19 hours and I ate for a 5-hour eating window. My eating window was, I went to bed at midnight, so my eating window was 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And you're probably wondering, oh my gosh, how did you not eat from the time you woke up till 6 p.m.? I was busy. You gotta keep yourself busy. If you're not busy, you're just lounging around your room or something, you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be thinking about food. I think about food all the time. When I'm days I don't work or my rest days, it does get a little hard not to eat sometimes because I have a big appetite. But on those days that I was doing that crash diet, I would work in the morning, right after work, go straight to the gym, and then when I got home from the gym, it was already like within an hour of eating, I was already ready to eat. And of course, during the day, my stomach would growl every now and then. I'd be like, dang, I'm hungry. But at work, like I would think I'm hungry for a split second, and then I'd start doing something at work that would take my mind off being hungry. At the gym, my mind, I wasn't like, this sounds terrible working out fasted, but it's really not. I didn't think it was that bad. Again, if you want it bad enough, it's easy. I wanted it. It was easy to me. Not eating didn't seem that hard. And I was eating about 1,500 calories on a crash diet, which is very low for a 180-pound male. But if you think about it, 1,500 calories for one half of the day, times that by 2 for a full day, now you got 3,000 calories. That's what I eat. And I eat a full day right now. I eat breakfast and everything, 3,000 calories. So basically, I just don't eat for half the day and just eat what I would normally eat. That's just how, it's not that hard. It's not rocket science. And that's what I did. That was like the key to being able to do the crash diet for me. Now, who should and shouldn't do the crash diet? It's pretty self-explanatory, but I thought I would go a little bit in depth with it. Obviously, if you look like how I did in this picture, then yeah, you can probably do the crash diet just because you're a little bit higher in body fat. You maybe go to the gym a bunch, but you don't see much progress because your diet is crap. Then yeah, the crash diet is probably for you. I would not suggest a crash diet for anyone who is already pretty low in body fat, or you're like skinny fat. I probably wouldn't suggest it too much of. Maybe like a crash diet, just not as intense. Then yeah, maybe. But if you're already pretty low in body fat, you're like a skinnier kid, skinnier dude, then I wouldn't suggest doing that. I would suggest maybe like a lean bulk or a bulk. Now, a lean bulk and a bulk basically is a calorie surplus. To bulk, you eat more calories than you are burning. And to find your maintenance calories, and it's not gonna, you've probably heard this before too, you just wanna look up a TDEE calculator. TD, two E's, TDEE. TDEE calculator online. You're gonna put in your height, your age, your activity level, which don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself about your activity level. If you work out twice a week, but you think you're a beast those 2 days that you work out, you're not an athlete activity level. You're not. And that will really change it's gonna give you for your maintenance calories. That's really gonna change depending on your activity level. So be honest with yourself. If you only go to the gym twice a week, you only go to the gym twice a week. Just because you go to the gym those 2 days and think you're absolutely killing it doesn't make you an athlete activity level. It just doesn't. If you were an athlete activity level, only going to the gym twice a week, you probably wouldn't be on the website looking for your maintenance calories. That's just how it is. Now, it's gonna give you, and if you don't know your body fat, because that is also a question on there, if you don't know your body fat, I would suggest looking up on Google body fat percentages and comparing yourself to one of the pictures it might give you, and try to get a good estimate of what you might be, because the more information you put into the TDE calculator, the more accurate it's gonna be. It's never gonna be 100% accurate. It won't be. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna take that maintenance calorie it gives you, follow those calories for a week. Oh, what? You didn't think you were gonna have to weigh out food? No, yes. Now for the crash diet, do you have to? I didn't weigh anything out for the crash diet. I didn't. I just kind of had a good idea of what I was eating for and what I wasn't eating for, and just cut it in half of what I was already eating. But if you're gonna want to bulk or any of that stuff, then yes, I would suggest weighing out your food. Or if you just want to go on like a little tiny cut. Because obviously calorie deficit, I'm telling you guys what the calorie deficits and calorie surplus is right now. You want to lose weight, lower your calories by a little bit. Obviously, I would never crash diet again. There's no reason for me to now. I crash dieted to get through the long part of waiting to lose all the body fat. That's the only reason why I crash dieted. And I did it for 2 months. I don't ever plan on crash dieting again. But if you want to lose, like go on a tiny cut, then you just subtract some calories from your maintenance. But to find your exact maintenance or a good idea of what your maintenance is, take that TDEE calculator maintenance, follow that for a week, and then after that week, you gain weight, cut 100 calories off of that maintenance that it gave you. If you lost weight, add 100 calories to that maintenance that TDEE calculator gave you. And if you maintain, well, that's your maintenance calories. But if you don't maintain, I would do that until you find your maintenance. And then if you want to bulk, if you want to lean bulk, which is what I suggest, you minimize fat gain with that. Lean bulk, I would add 100 to 300 calories to your maintenance calories. 300 calories being for if you're kind of a newbie to the gym, you're a new lifter, then I would suggest a higher side of those calories. If you're pretty low in body fat already and you are not new to the gym, then I would suggest more, maybe 100, 150 calorie surplus for a lean bulk. And if you want to go for a regular bulk, you don't really care about minimizing fat gain all that much, then you can go for a 500 calorie surplus. The only thing is, I would not slap it on immediately. I would build up to it. After you decide to, go on a regular bulk, add 100 calories to your, or add like 200 calories to your maintenance for 1 week. Then after that, add another 200 calories. Then after that, add 100 calories. And just keep going up until you reach your goals in your physique. But I wouldn't slap 500 calories on the first week. I would let your body get used to, the surplus kind of slower. Now, some tips and tricks for fat loss, and maybe if you're having a hard time sticking to the crash diet because you're not eating that much, is substituting foods. Substituting foods, an example being ketchup. You like ketchup? I like ketchup. I put it on my potatoes, my chicken. People think that's weird. I don't. I think it tastes damn good. But, for example, ketchup. Regular ketchup, 40 calories, 2 tablespoons. 50% less sugar ketchup, 20 calories, 2 tablespoons. Same amount of ketchup, 20 less calories. Yeah, 20 calories. Let's say you have 10 tablespoons in a day. 5 times 40, 200 calories. You got 200 calories throughout the day of ketchup that you use throughout the day. 50% less sugar. You just minus that in half. Now you got 100 calories. You just got yourself 2 rice cakes by switching over to 50% less sugar ketchup. That's how I look at it. And that's one thing out of tons of things you could do it for. Chocolate syrup. Like, you like making chocolate milk? Chocolate syrup. Sugar-free. 5 calories compared to the regular one, which is probably like 45 calories for 1 serving. 5 calories for 1 serving, sugar-free. It's easy, man. Sugar-free whipped cream. Powdered peanut butter over regular peanut butter. That's like the biggest one. Peanut butter is like 200 calories for 2 tablespoons. Powdered peanut butter is 50 calories for 2 tablespoons. You do that with 5 foods, and you save a crazy amount of calories at the end of the day. You do. It's insane, and people don't realize that. So one trick is substituting foods for healthier foods, less fat, less sugar, fat-free, sugar-free. Just substituting foods. That is tip 1. Tip 2 is low calorie, high volume. You have to think about low calorie, high volume. 2 Sour Patch Kids is probably 20 calories. I can make a bowl of sugar-free Jell-O with this, fill up this whole bowl of sugar-free Jell-O with strawberry Jell-O or something. I don't know. Sugar-free, yeah, sugar-free. Fill up this whole bowl, 20 calories. What are you gonna do? Ball's in your court, man. What are you gonna do? It's easy. Obviously, the Jell-O is gonna be way more satiating than 2 Sour Patch Kids. Satiating is like, just feeling full. What are you gonna do? I mean, come on. These are all easy, low-calorie swaps. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids probably taste better than Jell-O. But if you want it, then you just make the switch. Are you really gonna complain about your ketchup having 50% less sugar or 50% less fat? Are you really? I mean, come on now. It's not that big of a deal. And it tastes damn near the same. Honestly, I mean, it might have a little bit change, but if you like your ketchup enough, then you're not gonna mind the 50% less fat. You get to keep your ketchup. You're not switching over to salads and stuff. I'm not on a diet. I'm not. I've just made so many healthy substitutions for things that I like. I love pizza. I love Little Caesars. I found a way to make a nice flatbread pizza that I'll probably make a video on for 300 calories, 40 grams of protein, and like 8 grams of fat. And that's like 1 Little Caesars pizza. 1 little slice of Little Caesars pizza. And this thing is like this, it's like a big flatbread of pizza. And it's like 1 Little Caesar slice, which has probably like 8 grams of protein in it, like nothing. You just gotta find like substitutions. That's what I did. And I'm not on a diet anymore. I don't follow diets. This is what I eat now. This is my lifestyle. Like, I don't believe in diets. I don't. I believe in bettering your eating habits at the end of the day. That crash diet was my last time eating like terrible. Right after that, because I saw the 6-pack and everything, I was ready to go. I was ready to start eating better, start putting more time in the gym, more work in the gym, and that's what happened. Now guys, that is all I have today for, how I lost my 30 pounds in 2 months, and some different methods of losing weight or even gaining weight for, you know, all different types of people. If you guys found anything in this video helpful, or you're going to use any of the methods that I talked about to lose weight, to gain muscle, you know, please leave a like and subscribe if you guys will. I'll be posting more content like this pretty frequently. And if you guys have any questions about anything I talked about in this video or just in general, feel free to leave a comment, man. I'm going to be responding to all those. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. I will put a handle right down there of what my Instagram is, and add me on Snapchat also. I'd love to connect with you guys, man. You know, I'm trying to turn this channel into something big and hopefully help you guys out as my journey goes on. I want you guys to get a jump start on your journey in the fitness life and everything. I don't know what you want to call it. The gym bro life. I don't even know. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today. Again, find anything helpful or informational, leave a like and comment, and be sure to subscribe, as that will really help me out. All right, see you guys.